Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Starting us off once again, donate for men's health. Our final day, day 30. We made it. I have an idea. Ding! That's the idea. Look, I have a light bulb here. Let's bring the boys on for a second. Patty, how's your mo? Maddie, how's your mo?
Thick and hideous.
Hideous. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last day to donate. Help us raise awareness for men's health, prostate, testicular cancer, and also mental health. The QR code is there, and I've also put the link in the description box. You can just click on that and donate for as little as $1. It can go a long way. So, gents, I will start growing this back out to its sort of normal-ish, what I used to have it. But I will try and still attempt the curl, because it is finally starting to get long enough here. So I'm assuming if I let it go for another 2 weeks, I might be able to get a minor up curl. So I'm going to try that at least.
Give that a go. That'll be fun.
I'm gonna give mine a final cleanup tonight. So tomorrow it's gonna be
one more very sneaky.
Yeah, one more very sneaky, like Michael Jackson styles. Remember when Michael Jackson had that? When he had that super thin mo, that was awesome.
No, I gotta Google that right now.
Oh, you gotta Google it, Maddie. You gotta see it when he had that like super thin, like refined line of.
Was it real?
I think it was fake, to be honest. I think it was drawn on by eyeliner.
Maybe that's what we should have done.
I remember.
Wait, are you talking about his like real early years when he was still black, or a different?
When he was still yes.
Because I've just found a couple of photos of him, and one of them's where when he's still black, and it actually looks really good. And then
Yeah, it does look really good.
Yeah, are you guys looking at the thing? I don't know if there's a way that we can put this up. I'll send it to the group chat on Facebook, so somebody can post it if you guys want to. It's pretty fun.
Well, I remember the phase. We used to be heavily influenced by Craig David, and he had a thin goat. Well, it was thinly strapped down and all thin, real nicely trimmed. Like,
Yep.
Did you send that through?
Yeah. I've already sent it through.
Oh
Michael Jackson
my
ones.
god!
Oh man, Craig David's looking real strong as he got older. Actually, I'm actually I was surprised as he's bulked up. He looks much more aggressive now, much more serious. I just sent that through as well in case you wanted to chuck it up. Up to you.
Aggressive style.
Whack it up, Petey.
Yeah, well, let me pull that up. So, guys, if you just joined us, QStream Vibes here on Tuesday, Tight Ass Tuesdays. If you're a mo or a beard type of person, what style do you like? Or what kind of weird styles have come across you? Let us know. And we'll try and look it up. And I will bring this into the... Oh, that second Michael Jackson one is hideous.
I know, right?
Oh, goodness.
That's what I was saying. Like when he was still black, it actually looks really good on him. And then yeah, when he's white, I mean, I guess that's just his look. When he's white, he doesn't look as legit. He doesn't look as authentic to me.
One, this one. Craig David. There it is. You only sent me. Oh, you sent me 2 Craig Davids.
Yeah, 2 of each.
Okay, so the other one is here. Okay, so the Wacko Jacko one was this one.
Ooh, that's the one I tried to go for, ladies.
I think he looks fantastic there.
That was for
I
a
think
film.
that's great look.
It was
a great look.
Did that just for a film, or did he keep it for something?
No, he had it as normal. He went through that stage of having a little bit up top, yeah, because his father had it.
This one's a bit scary though.
That one's definitely scary. That one's definitely fake.
Not a good photo of him, I have to say.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny when you said when he used to be black. So, we often play celebrity heads. You played celebrity heads before,
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how to play it. So we choose a celebrity, and normally when you play it with your group, it's got to be someone that at least everyone knows. Especially when we play with some of the local Vietnamese here, they might not be familiar with names, so we try and choose someone that they know. So Michael Jackson often comes up as one that we pin on.
He's incredibly famous, right?
Yeah, but it's funny because the way you play celebrity heads is the questions you ask, everyone else can only say yes or no. We can't be specific.
Yeah, and is this person male? Yeah, I get it. Yep.
Yeah, and if you get a yes, you get to ask again, and if you get a no, it's the next person. But it's funny when we get Michael Jackson because when they go, "Am I black?" Everyone's like, yes, or be specific. Or sometimes they go, "Well, am I white?" And he goes, so it's always fun when we get those ones.
And that kind of gives it away, then, doesn't it?
Kind of. Well, you're supposed to just.
Unless you're caramel, like you're somewhere in between. I suppose you could also be like that.
Sometimes, I mean, if you're quick, you can just say, be specific, or what do you mean? And then it sort of opens it up. It's just like people with sex changes as well. It's like, am I male? And he goes, yes, kind of thing. But yeah. So Craigie David, the early days, there you go. Actually, even earlier than this, he used to not have the stubble on the side. He just had like a thin strap on the what was the album? The Fill Me In album.
Born to Do It, I think.
Born to Do It. Yeah, Born to Do It. Yeah, that one. Have you seen that one? That's Daniel Craig David.
What?
Have you not seen that one?
I don't remember.
No way. No way. This is one of my all-time favorite memes of all time. I can't believe you haven't seen this one. I'm bringing it up now. You guys are gonna love it. Shit. Oh. All right, here we go. And ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay.
I'm wearing that beanie right now. They've got a few of those. There's Daniel Craig David, and there's Jackie Channing Tatum. Jackie Channing Tatum. So there's a bit of a morph of both their heads there. Jackie Channing Tatum.
That was one of my favorite albums of all time. I'd say that was back when I first started driving. First, like, was like independent. I had that album on repeat in my car for like probably like 2 years or something.
Everyone did.
Everyone did.
Hit after hit after hit. I still know that song off by heart. Fill Me In, 7 Days, all of it. Walking Away.
Walking Away. Yeah. So many good songs.
I know. He did a couple of covers too, which is cool. Like, because he did stuff with the Underdog Project, right? Was it the Underdog Project? Something Underdog.
Yeah. I think there was a couple of remixes. There was one at the end of it called Rewind. Yeah, but I can't remember if it was the Underdog Project or Artful Dodger. It might have been
Artful Dodger.
He collaborated with both of those. Yeah,
Artful Dodger and Selector.
And Underdog Project as well. It's on the jam.
Right.
Selector. I remember he went to when he came to Australia. Do you guys remember that when he came to Australia?
Oh, ages ago.
No.
He performed at Parramatta Westfields.
Oh, at a Westfield shopping centre.
Great.
Remember those days when
Westfield shopping centre used to have
celebrities used to come to
Artful Dodger moving too fast. How good was that? And Woman Trouble.
Yes, Woman Trouble was good.
Yeah. This ain't nothing but a summer jam. Said Cinnamon Queens out.
We always hit up the Craig David in the karaoke's.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be a karaoke I would actually be happy to go to.
Well, you know, when you go to karaoke with us, we always play all the old school stuff because that's what we're good at.
But is it because you need access to YouTube or like usually they don't have it on?
No, they have it now.
On the track list.
Yeah,
have it.
All karaoke's play off YouTube now in Vietnam. They've been doing that for a long time.
All right,
yeah.
all right.
We have new songs now.
Well,
and a lot of them actually carry the songs. A lot of them carry like Brian McKnight, NSYNC, all the classic stuff, all the love songs.
I hate that.
Yeah, because
so good.
Because even on YouTube now, if you type in the song, the name of the song, and then you type in the word karaoke afterwards, you get a karaoke version of it easily.
Yeah, everything now. Hey, I like how we're coordinated. Gray, black.
Streamer fund. Just a reply to streamer fund _com_hy. Yes, we do have a regular streaming schedule. We stream every day, Monday to Thursday, from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. ICT time, China time. So, catch us Monday to Thursday. We also do a late show on a Friday night, 9 p.m. And then once every first Sunday of the month, we do a roast where we just give shit to people on a Sunday, which is coming up next Sunday, our first roast in a long time.
Ooh.
So
maybe we should go have a roast while we do it.
Well, I was going to ask you guys, like, if Maddie and Patty are available, let's get together for a little Sunday roast.
Yes.
That's this Sunday. What time do you want to start?
We can start anytime. I haven't announced the time yet. I just said that we'll do it once every first Sunday. So
all right, I'm down.
Anytime. We can do it as a lunch. We can do it as a brunch.
Sunday roast. Yum.
You can do it early if you want the afternoon free or something like that. Easy.
No, let's not do it early. In case we have a decently sized Saturday night.
How about like 12 or 1 or 2? Something like that?
Yeah, let's do like, say, 1 p.m. We can do like a Sunday roast.
8 a.m.
Like a brunch time.
Yeah.
That's not brunch time. Brunch time is 11.
Actually, brunch time is 3 o'clock.
12, 11.
Sunday roast.
That's late lunch.
Oh, that's Lina.
Lina. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just joined us, Q Stream Vibes. Now, full squad here. Q Squad, Sean's gone. Maddie, you missed out on the tour of Sean's new place as he just moved in yesterday.
I saw a couple of photos of it. It looks real nice. I like the wooden paneling you got behind you.
Fucking balling.
Yeah. So he's got all these different quarters in his house that he can do different, different
Movie
streams
scenes.
and stuff like that. So
Right
now,
tomorrow's going to be
tomorrow's
going to be by the pool.
Yeah.
I wish there was a pool.
Yeah.
Can you pull one of those drawers behind you? Pulls out. There's a dead body in there, like a corpse, right?
like a
It looks like
cremation
more,
center.
right? It's kind of just
That's his new job.
the mortician.
Yeah.
The mortician. I make people look beautiful after they're dead. Do their makeup.
He's the Undertaker.
Yeah. Actually, my friend does that. She that's her job. She enjoys she does the makeup for the dead and puts the clothes on them, and he enjoys it thoroughly.
I know someone that does that as well, Sean. It's pretty crazy, huh? Like, how do you grow up and say, I'd like to make up the dead?
Friends.
Well, gents, for our first article today, we have here: world's first living robots can now reproduce.
What?
Scientists say.
What could go wrong?
Terminator.
I haven't read it yet, but it says here the US scientists who created the first living robots say the life forms known as xenobots can now reproduce in a way not seen in plants and animals. Formed from the stem cells of African clawed frog, from which it takes its name, xenobots is less than a millimeter wide. The tiny bots were first unveiled in 2020 after experiments showed that they could move, work together in groups, and self-heal. Now the scientists have developed, well, obviously if you can do all that, they've probably figured out how to fuck. So the scientists have developed them at the University of Harvard, blah, 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 and a few of those other ones. Inspired Engineering said that they've discovered an entirely new form of biological reproduction different from any other animal or plant known to science.
Frogs reproduce like a lot of tadpoles, so that could be very dangerous if these things become like violent or like who knows what they become.
Well, just all they need to do is reproduce into infinity, and then there is a sort of like a fairly well-known like doomsday scenario, which is it basically getting consumed by grey goo, and the grey goo itself is essentially just nanobots or robots self-replicating until there's basically nothing left of anything. That's actually like an existential threat to the human race.
So how big do these things get?
I don't know. What does it say in the? Didn't it say it was like a millimeter or something?
Yeah, but obviously when they reproduce, it's just going to be millions of it, right?
Yeah. So I mean, they probably remain the same size. It's just there would be more and more and more of them, and if they're replicating, all it takes is like each one to double in size, and then it's only like something. I think I was reading is something like if there's 130 doublings, that's basically the entire planet consumed by them. Which is, 130 doublings is not like an untenable, not like an unrealistic amount. So anyway, yeah, dangerous.
Self-healing as well. Sheesh, that's scary.
That's great. It's very Wolverine, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's like Wolverine.
Wolverine's about to be born.
Wow.
So how do they I'm not even going to ask it.
Robot or organism. So
yeah, wait. How is it a robot, but it's from like a frog cell? Frog cell.
Well, that's why it's a robot organism here. Stem cells are unspecialized cells that have the ability to develop into different cell types. To make the xenobots, the researchers scraped living stem cells from frog embryos and left them to incubate. There's no manipulation of genes involved. Most people think of robots as made of metals and ceramics, but not so much what a robot is made from, but what it does, which is act on its own on behalf of people. So that's the robot part. So in a way, it's a robot, but it's also clearly an organism made from genetically unmodified frog cells. The Frogman is joining the Marvel universe.
Interesting, though, huh?
Jumping giant frogs everywhere.
If you ask me, it just looks like a couple of potato spuds from this thing. So
for now, wait till a month.
What if that's the cure to COVID?
Yeah, maybe that's there to fight the Omicron.
From the Decepticons.
Robots in disguise.
What if COVID is a robot in disguise? Now it's starting to reveal itself as Omicron.
Delta variant.
Well, in the 1986 Transformers movie, they have the biggest threat to all of Transformer life, which was Unicron. A Unicron was a planet that is in space that exists between different metaverses. He can travel through parallel universes, and he eats everything in its sight. So he eats other planets, stars, and everything. He's huge. But
it's interesting.
There's only one thing that he cannot stand, kind of like how Superman and his kryptonite is the Autobots' matrix of leadership. That's the only thing that Unicron cannot stand. That's why in the movie, he saved Megatron because Megatron was dying. He saved Megatron, gave him a new body under one condition, that he destroys the Matrix. But if you ask Megatron to help you with that, Megatron's going to be like, fuck you. I'm going to use it to go against you. Who I don't follow no one. So that's the whole story of it back there. But only the Autobots can open the Matrix. No one else can. That's the advantage.
What are you talking about? Neo can open the Matrix. See, me and Sean.
Yeah, we were thinking.
Yes, well, the Autobots and the one.
Yeah,
that's better.
Red pill, blue pill. I still got to do that skit, guys. Red pill, blue pill.
Yeah.
We're really wondering what this new Xenobot would be for commercially.
Army, the soldiers creating.
Well, what are frogs good for in the ecosystem? What are they good for?
Jumping.
Eating.
What's their use? What's their
eating insects?
Eating like mosquitoes with maybe malaria or.
Because bees are very important. Not a lot of people know this. Like if we were to, let's say, if suddenly we had no more bees in the world, I think a lot of life forms would be dead. Because bees are the very one thing that already help pollinate certain flowers and plants, and without them, we're done, basically.
Well, Sean said it. Sean said it already. Adult frogs eat large quantities of insects. That includes all the disease, like transmitting ones. That's quite fatal to the human life.
A lot of people,
which is mosquitoes / malaria.
It's crazy, hey. Everyone's got their own power and strength.
So maybe it's here to eat COVID and get rid of COVID.
Maybe that could be it. Maybe, I mean, like, who knows?
Or they put it on someone and morph someone into something.
Well, it's for some, what you never know. Maybe if it does remove the disease, whatever disease this is.
What up, Tortellini 97?
Tortellini.
I haven't had tortellini in a long time.
Oh, I'd love to have tortellini. Ooh, see how easily we get sidetracked?
This is what makes it entertaining.
We go from Xenobot to tortellini and then eating tortellini.
To malaria.
Back to malaria.
Well, now I'm moving on. I'm going to move on to another one. We're going to move on to cats.
Cats.
Look at this. Australian Council to ban cats outside unless they're on a lead. So in the 70s, dogs would roam our streets, and I expect roaming cats would also become thing of the past. But now, cats need to be on a lead. They can't let cats roam anymore. But that's what they're supposed to do.
Isn't that what cats are supposed to do? Just roam around freely and then sleep?
Yes.
But
Yes,
cats are never meant to be on a leash at all for whatever reason.
The only place I've ever seen a cat on a leash is Vietnam. Yeah. No joke. I was at Takashimaya, and there was this thing just with a leash, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I walk around, and I'm like, oh, it's a cat. Why is it on a leash? And why is it in a supermarket?
But you'd have to really train that cat from a young age for it to be that I guess, confident and not scared to be walking around with that many people, because cats are very reserved in that sense, where they like to be a little bit higher than people in terms of position wise, to see where things are at. Whereas dogs, they don't really care; they'll just walk around and greet anyone and everyone. So
dogs just run everywhere. There's too many dogs, stray dogs.
That's why I love it.
That's why there's so much tit chaw up here.
Well, ladies, if you just joined us, Qstream Vibes here with the boys. Tight Ass Tuesday. When you come back, we'll talk a little bit about actual tight ass values.
And they sound just like this. And they sound just. And they sound just.
The vibes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Tight Ass Tuesday, guys. If you are in the area, I'd say before noon, my area, mad local Vietnamese spot, 30 to 40K max. So it's like one of those office, like local office lunch. You get your rice, and then you have all these trays of different, I guess, dishes like tikka or ga, and you just choose whatever, give it to you, bam, sit there and eat as well.
It's good.
So
Speaking of, you were talking about trays. I went to the supermarket like last week, and I hadn't had lunch yet.
My charger real quick.
Yeah. So, anyways, I hadn't had lunch yet, and then I saw all these office people going to the supermarket to eat lunch, and I was like, "What the heck? I'm here to do some groceries." And I look, and there's a like cafeteria style where you bring you take a tray, and then you just choose rice, side dish, a bit of tikka, a bit of this, a bit of that, chicken, and I was like
buffet
style. I was like, it was like just choose whatever it is, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, there's no price, but whatever, I'll go for it. I'll join the line. Decided to grab a tray. Join the line. Yeah, I joined the line. I got 2 scoops of rice, as you do, vegetables, bit of tikka, fried fish.
Hell yeah.
And a fried drumstick, and it came to, drum roll, any guesses?
40K.
60K.
120.
33K.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude.
How?
Oh, that's super cheap.
33K, and I was like, and I'm thinking,
Come to a Binzan, bro.
and I was like, is this for reals? Is this right? And I was like, I should just come. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm doing groceries. I should just come here to eat lunch every day.
Every day.
Yeah,
and this is why I don't really cook in this country. It just doesn't make any sense. After you've got to do like the prep work, like like the actual cooking, the cleanup, all of that. Or you could do none of those things and just go and eat what you just talked about for 33K.
Yeah. Dude, I think we mentioned something so like good too. It was so good.
I think we mentioned something like that. Like, it's only worth cooking if you're cooking for a large number of people, and then it's sort of worthwhile. But if you're cooking just for yourself or 2 people, maybe even 3 people, is not worth it, because it's just so much easier to just
order food and then
it's so fast. Like Maddie said, it's available all day,
every day, everywhere.
Day. So anytime you're hungry, you're just like, as long as you're not lazy to go outside and step out, which is actually a good way to motivate yourself to get some sun and break a sweat. Like, just go downstairs.
Sure.
Like, even here next to my place at Vincom, there's like these lady carts that park at the front. They got shomai, they got like some bun reel, some sinto, and you just walk downstairs, take the dog out, grab some lunch, and then bring it back upstairs, and then you're done. You're sorted.
And it's so cheap. It's
50K, you're good. You're full.
$2, $2, and you're full.
And if you get hungry, just go back downstairs and grab some more.
It's always open, it's always there.
Yeah.
So.
And we've always had this conversation with Petey, actually, where like whenever we're at his place, like we just order Grab, and it's so insanely fast and so easy, where we don't even have to go downstairs. It's like, get the phone. Like when we came over for his place just to have some beers, we ran out of beers and he's like, oh, babe, can you order some beers to Mio? And Mio just went, oh, okay, yeah, 10. Next thing you know, 10 minutes later, beers come up. We didn't have to go. No, it was upstairs. It was taken upstairs because the guy that works there, the manager, he brought it up for us as well.
So we didn't have to leave.
Straight to your door.
Yeah,
Drink
man,
as much as you want.
It's insane. I mean, I went through that stage where I was ordering every single day, every meal.
It's on your phone.
But it's convenience too. It's convenience. It's cheap, and it's hard to get around. Like what Maddie said is, why would you cook and all that stuff? Especially when you have things where Grab gives you these deals and vouchers and promos as well. And
and if you guys could remember, living in apartments before COVID, Grab and McDonald's used to come up to your door.
Yeah, all the way up to your door.
Straight to your
They used to
door.
go all the They used to so they'd get off their bike, go through the lobby, go all the way up to your door, ding dong. All you have to do is go, all right, thanks, that's it.
Yeah.
But then obviously when COVID happened, you had to go downstairs and grab it yourself, which is a pain, by the way.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
So question: do you guys usually use like Grab for these deals or what?
Shopee.
Yeah, Grab and the Foodie app.
Mainly Grab.
And are you okay? So I've got Grab. Open. What part of Grab do you go to? Is there like special? I see. If you like scroll down like the main page, there's like
you go to food.
Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah, I'm in the food, bro. Already.
It's not the shipping, Maddie. Jeez.
Ooh, what am I doing wrong, guys?
It's not Grab car.
Maddie,
You go to the food section and you'll see the discounts.
Black Friday, 50% off. Buncha Hanoi. Guess I got dinner sorted.
Sorted,
mate. Sorted.
Yeah, and then you can go to the vouchers afterwards. When you're about to check out, there's a section where it says vouchers.
Well, it says offers. So there's like cash payment or whatever, and you get offers. And then in offers, if it will have things like if you've got a certain credit card, then you can get certain discounts. Or if you spend over a certain amount, you can get a certain amount of discount. So,
kind of urges you to spend more sometimes because it's
it
like,
encourages
I need 40K more to save 30K. But still, it's like, okay, I'm paying 10K for an extra dish. Why not?
We're all about the encouragement these days. Me and Patty purposely went out and bought sports socks to encourage ourselves to wear to play ball, but we haven't played ball yet.
It was like I picked up the sock and I was like, yeah, this should encourage us to play basketball. And Petey's like, okay. So he'll grab. And then I picked up another one and go, yeah, this will encourage us to play more basketball.
Because it's really nice, thick, proper sports Michael Jordan, like Air Jordan socks for 80,000. So
80K.
Yeah, right. That's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Very reasonable.
But it's the thick kind, the one that molds to your feet because you're running off it. But speaking of Grab, check it out. Southeast Asia's ride-hailing giant Grab to be listed on the NASDAQ on December 2.
Obviously not financial advice, but what do you always think about it? That sounds like it's probably going to be a pretty good investment. Not investing advice, not financial advice.
I think
it's 40 billion listing on the NASDAQ will mark the world's largest SPAC deal. Grab will receive 4.5 billion through the deal, including 4 billion private investment in public equity. Founded by Harvard Business School classmates Anthony Tan and Hui Ling Tan, the SoftBank Vision Fund and Temasek-backed company has grown from being a ride-hailing firm in Malaysia to becoming one of Southeast Asia's largest tech companies that offers a wide range of services like food that Maddie is looking up right now.
He's 39, by the way, guys. He's 39.
He's a billionaire.
Sounds like the same
multi.
like a similar story of how Zuckerberg as well. Classmates in your little dorm, and you create this thing, and bam, there you go, right?
Rich, set for life.
That's it.
That's like I got to try and look up this story. There's an old story. Mio told me in Japan there was a maid who was I guess doing her maid work for certain places, but then she wanted to expand, so she was able to I guess, meet the right person to create this order-made service on an app. And she was one of the first to do it on the app, where you could have anyone could have a party, a barbecue, whatever the case is, and you could come and provide a service on the app where you can provide extra tables or seating, cleaning, and preparation. And you would say, look, and there would be price biddings on there. So I'd say, hey, look, I've only got $40. Can anyone come do this? And people can accept it that way because they didn't want to have a set price where, oh, I can't pay that. But if someone says, look, I got an extra $30, can someone come and do this? And someone might accept it. And she did. She went pretty big on that too. So that's where the money's at. Hey guys, like these two dudes don't own a thing. They don't own any Grab drivers. They don't own any cars. Nothing. They just have the software and the maintenance and
do the work
staff to maintain and run it, and then the money makes itself.
Just like Airbnb.
There's probably a little bit more to it than that, but yeah, I mean they're selling a software platform essentially. So in a marketplace. So that's why they're worth so much. And even though I guess like in that article they were saying that they're losing something like $600 million a year. They've got a runway, like especially from this investment of what was it, $4 billion? So they've got a runway of a few years. But at some point, the way that it all works is like they're going to have to make money at some point. Like that runway is going to run out. So I think the idea behind it is that they need to become like a monopoly. They need to become like the primary, like the biggest company that does this in the countries, in the markets that they're in, which is Southeast Asia, obviously. So they're going to have to become profitable at some point, and they've got they just bought themselves some more time.
Well, that's why that's why they took over Grab, right? Uber.
Uber. Yes. Because it needs to be a monopoly, basically. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like obviously they're still always going to compete in terms of the transit side of their services, but even Uber only does Uber Eats. Uber doesn't do deliveries. Uber doesn't do, and of course, even if they did deliveries, they don't do anything where you can get upfront payments of up to $3 million.
So they're diversifying into like a super app, basically, which is something that has been happening in China for a long time. So you've got some of the super apps there that handle absolutely everything, and so you can delete essentially everything else from your phone and use just the one app for everything else. For everything, just the one app for everything. I mean, Grab is already doing that. So, I think their success will rely on essentially being the super app for Southeast Asia in the same way that there are super apps in China that have managed to do the same thing. I think there's two primary ones in China that are like that, essentially.
That's great.
Well, like Grab, Uber is, I actually really liked Uber when it was first here. The service they provided,
I thought it was great.
And the ride sharing, the split sharing. And I'll tell you a story. There was a loophole. We were able to get away with half price ride for a long time. So what happened in Vietnam is, actually Uber around the world is to register. You have to register your name. You have to do like a two-way authentication with your ID, and then have a credit card. So you had to have a credit card because everything had to come off the credit card. But Vietnam was an exception because not everyone in Vietnam uses credit cards, and they would lose out on a lot of the market. So Uber Vietnam was able to, I guess, on their app, on the Vietnam app, was able to have a cash option, but you still had to have a credit card to register your account. So me and a friend, Ants, he always paid by cash. So if you ride by yourself and you put cash, obviously it's up to the driver to say, oh, cash, this is how much it is, and you pay him the cash. But during a period before an update came, you could do split fares. So if you were riding with someone and you press their account, like their name, it splits the share. But the problem is you pay an extra fee. Like let's say if the total ride is $9, if it's me by myself, I pay $9. But if I split with you, $10, but split because of
$5 each, not $4.50 each.
Yeah. So that's the whole purpose of the split fare. But for some reason, you were able to split share with someone with cash, and not many people did it. So when I did it with Ants, it was split, but the driver never asked for the cash. He just sees the thing. All right, thanks. And we used to leave.
Yeah.
We left all the time, and it always got to the point where we did this. So anytime I would be going, "Hey, Ants, are you using your Uber?" And he goes, "No, I'm at home." So, all right, I'm about to use it. Can you accept the split fare? So I would get in by myself and would split the fare, and we'd get away with this half price all the time. And say he would do the same for me, and he'd pay the cash as well, right? And then after some time,
ladies and gentlemen, it is Tight Ass Tuesday.
We raped it for about several months, and then an update came, and I just thought, okay, may as well update. And when we updated it, couldn't do it anymore. It couldn't split share with cash. Pay.
They caught up to you guys.
Do it. Yeah.
Right. We figured it out. That's they were losing all their money.
Well, they figured out because maybe the driver's saying, "Hang on, I'm supposed to get this much because it says here," and then Uber would have said, "Look, that's your fault. You should have collected the cash."
I wonder how many other people were doing the same thing, PD. I wonder how many other people caught them.
Probably none. Now I know why Uber just managed to break even.
Yeah, it was. It was uber good. It was uber good.
Uberly good.
But I liked Uber because I think their app was a lot more user friendly. It looked nicer, the whole gray and sort of black and white.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's huge in America, and then America's also got Lyft. Lyft is pretty big over there as well.
Yeah.
When we were in Vegas, it was so easy to get an Uber, and Uber's just the amount of different cars in America have for Uber. Oh my goodness, SUVs, trucks, fucking everything. Hummers.
Anything you can think of in America.
Well, basically, it was personal cars, so it was personal cars.
Can you remember when here you could choose BMWs and Mercedes on the
Uber Black. Uber Black.
Uber Black. Yeah, that was cool.
We used to get Uber Black all the time in Singapore. It used to cost an arm and a leg. It's like you'd go like a kilometer and a half, right? You'd go from, let's say, Tanjong Pagar to MBS, and you'd pay $100 for Uber Black. You get a nice S-Class Mercedes, though.
Do you get a drink at all inside? No.
Yeah, a bottle of water.
Jesus Christ!
But that's what we used to do when you used to rock up to the club.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because remember in Singapore, there's always a line for the club.
Always, yeah.
Always a line for the club. So if you get dropped off in a nice S-Class, all
and
the
then
girls are...
oh shit, is that your car? It's nah, it's my Uber. It's my Uber.
It's my private driver.
Yeah. Well, it's your Uber. Why are you paying him some money?
I'm just tipping my driver. I'm just tipping my driver.
Get picked up in a different car later. What happened to the bins? Don't worry.
Yeah. And then the next one is a Hyundai.
Yeah.
It's like, my driver's taken my my S-Class to get fixed, and this is the the courtesy car. Yeah,
service. Yeah.
This is the courtesy car from the mechanics.
No, but
2 a.m.
In Australia, if you have like an M3 or an AMG, your courtesy cars are pretty decent. Courtesy cars,
Always,
from what I remember. Yeah. My parents had a Honda Accord, so every time when I took that to service, we used to get like the brand new Jazz.
Ooh.
The Jazz were real zippy. They were real fun to drive. Like
the VTIR Jazz.
What I loved about it, because we'd come in, I'd have, and Mum's driving a Jazz now, so we'd have her Jazz, and when I go back, I drive a Jazz, and we're going with some mates, and we're going through these tight roads, real narrow, and then there's times where we had to do a U-turn. Like, I can do it in one turn. They've got to do 3-point styles because their car's so huge, but the Jazz is so small. You go, hook it right round. Mad
Jazz.
Good old Jazz. Different names in
America.
But you guys, the Acuras are not Hondas, right? The Acuras are not actually Hondas, hey? What the fuck then?
It's their own. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But
Hondas or the Genesis.
The Genesis. Are those Hondas too?
That's Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Yeah, Hyundai. Yeah, they're their own brand too.
Yo, Hyundai Excels was like, that was the trend back in Australia at one
Bro,
stage.
they were the best. They were the best cars during my time in high school.
Dude,
I had one of those. It was a 4-door in bottle green.
That's what I was gonna say. That green was the best color,
bro. $12.99 drive away. Like that's what more can you ask for? Brand new car at $12.99.
That's really good.
$12,999. Yeah.
Wait, you had a 4-door, Matty?
I did. Yeah, I had the sedan. Extra ugly.
Yeah, I barely saw the 4 doors actually. It was always usually the 2 doors that I saw.
Yeah. Lots of those coupe things. Yeah.
Little lift back, hey.
The little lift back, and they came with a spoiler, like the little lip spoiler.
Oh yeah, the ugly spoiler. Yeah.
Yeah, the ugly lip spoiler, and then everyone would change their interior to a cream color.
Did the XLs have the paddles?
No. This is way before then. They had just the T-bar auto, mate. The T-bar auto.
So no,
Matty,
right?
The overdrive button.
Was there
it wasn't overdrive button? No, I actually had a manual though.
Yeah. All the Hondas had the overdrive button. You remember the T-bar, and then you had to press it to move the gear, and then underneath that was the overdrive.
Yep.
Can I ask, with the manual, do you prefer the reverse all the way to the
left,
right down, or do you like it to the left up?
Definitely the former. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then below the 5 on the right. Yeah, definitely. That's how I like it.
That's the old school, yeah.
Bull.
Yeah, my Celica was like that. It was mad. I had a real awesome freaking carbon fiber stick like handle. It was freaking awesome.
Quick question: Australian car brands? Yes, there are Australian car brands.
Mate,
Fiat.
Holden, mate.
No, Holden and Ford. No, Holden.
Holden, but they've actually stopped manufacturing now in Australia, so everything will be made in the States from now on. Yeah, under the GM umbrella.
Australia's got too much debt, selling off everything. We won't own nothing by the end of this. We've got to sell our rocks soon. There's rocks not going to even be ours anymore.
Everyone in debt except China.
Yeah.
Oh wait, China's in debt too, no?
My dad had a VK Commodore.
Ooh, we had a VK.
Yeah, dude, they were VK. Those V6s, like the response, was so good.
They were Batmobiles, man. They were so big and heavy. AT says he was missing that shift knob. Do you remember when your shift knob used to go loose because it wouldn't turn anymore, and it's all shaky?
Do you remember because if you had the sports shift, you don't have the numbers on it. So people who get in your car, they're like, "Hey, what gear? How do you know what gear is what?" Because you just know.
Missed the good old days, the good old simple days.
Far out.
When petrol was 35 cents a liter.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
35 cents.
Any weird news from you today, Shaunsy?
No, actually, you guys, you saw that Trump might be returning back to Twitter.
Because old mate retired, stepped down as CEO.
Because Jack's no longer the CEO.
Jack's going to be leaving.
But I thought Trump was going to make his own social media. I was getting ready to subscribe.
I'm sure he was too, but I think maybe now he's like, Dorsey's leaving. I could get into my Twitter account.
I'm coming back for the people.
I'm coming back for the people. It's going to be lovely, fantastic. Well, I couldn't even imagine another term of Trump. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. America, you never know what they're going to pick and do.
AT says, bro, y'all looking forward to shaving it all off?
I don't know.
What do you mean? I mean, probably not all off, but if you're referring to the mow, I'll probably sport it for another week. I'm going to try and get the curls, but I'll let my beard come back. That's what I'm going to do. Maddie will keep a little bit of the mow for a few days, I'm assuming. What you said?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll see if I like it or not. Just get rid of the hand. Buzz only.
Brother.
I'm just gonna keep one side.
Just one side.
Just one side.
You don't have the balls.
You look like two different people.
Ooh, is that a double dare?
I wasn't making the offer. You were.
Let's pull that up.
I can't wait to shave AT. I'm fucking. Everyone's like, "What is that? What is that caterpillar on your lip? What is that? It's hideous. You look so ugly." I'm like, "Fucking, it's November." I'm like, everyone's freaking out. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, just a month, guys.
It's for charity, okay?
Yeah,
Looks like Jack needs a shave, to be honest.
That's why he's leaving. He's been tweaking on meth.
So do we know why he's stepping down? Does he actually say? Because didn't
He
really though?
No, he's gonna go full time into crypto. That's what I reckon.
Not a bad choice, really.
So founders are going a different way.
He's a massive crypto head, so I think he's gonna go into crypto like full time.
There might be something else behind it too.
Meth.
Did you see who they chose as the replacement?
Yeah.
It's the former CTO of Twitter. He's just stepping up.
Well, someone's stepping down. Someone's got to step up.
Yep. I can't remember his name. Indian guy.
Well, maybe we can find out very, very soon. Sorry, that was. Could I get away? Could I get away with
that? Was terrible. No,
no, I think
to get away with it, you need to give it a head shake when you talk.
What did they say to do the Indian dance? You like twist the light bulb and pat the dog or something?
Exactly. And then you just gotta no.
Jai ho. So speaking of stepping down, stepping up, turning down, the Queen, you are as old as you feel. The Queen turns down the Oldie of the Year award.
Shish.
So the Oldie of the Year award is run by awards chairman Giles Randreth for the Oldie magazine. The monarch believes she does not meet the criteria to accept the trophy, so she declined it.
Ooh, what a beast.
Forever young. Mate, how old is she?
95?
Damn, 95.
She looks all right.
So young at heart.
She's young for 95, man.
She looks young for, She's
a gilf.
She never drank anything in her life, or did
She's drugs. A gilf, bro.
Just all that youth blood. Did you know that I think for all countries under the Commonwealth, if you reach 100, the Queen signs a certificate for you.
In all countries?
Countries under the same Commonwealth.
Oh, wait, for what? Sure. Certificate for what?
Like for reaching 100 years old.
Do
you know what you get for Vietnam? Because my mate was here. He came back here in 2016 for his granddad's 100th birthday, and when his granddad hit 100, the government gives him a certificate as well for reaching 100, and you get 1 million VND.
Ooh, baller, shot caller,
and he still rides a freaking scooter around too.
100 years old.
Fudge. There was a news article about I think
Trang, by the way.
There was a lady that they thought that she was the oldest woman in the world. She was 127 or something, and she was still alive.
So someone else is older?
Yeah, apparently she's 127. So,
well, what about that that mummified statue, Tibetan shaman in Tibet that they uncovered, but found that his pulse or something was still going?
Wait, what? It was what?
But I don't know if that's if it was like an actual. You can claim that as actually still being living because he wasn't moving anything.
But his pulse was still pulsating.
But like there was a sign. His vitals were still going. Like it must have been.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it still is alive.
Yeah, well, he's so good at managing his heartbeat to 1 beat per hour.
Yeah, dude must have chomped on a bunch of shrooms.
Yeah, right. He reckons he's 100. He reckons he's 100, but it's only been 6 hours.
He's been stuck in time.
So, when's our next food lunch vlog, lads?
Let's do it when we pick up these electric bikes.
Yeah, when do you want to do it?
I could do tomorrow.
Thursday, Wednesday.
Tomorrow's
Wednesday. Or Thursday.
Thursday. Hang on, let me just check my calendar real quickly.
Thursday might be better, actually.
Thursday might be better too. Yeah, we'll discuss it on the chats, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Awesome.
EV bikes. EV bikes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I
right.
I held myself back then.
You guys got to be excited to be moving a little faster.
57 kilometers?
57 keys.
Ooh.
Pega?
That's not so bad.
You probably
Not
pushed
bad.
65 on the bridge, maybe
That
70.
10 extra kilometers helps, man. Anything around the 60 mark is okay.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's as fast as you need to go.
Yeah, it's okay. When you going to introduce me to my bun bear? It's all right. I'll go find her. I'll go find her for you, At, and then I'll.
You should be with Ed. Ed's at the coffee shop with the girls right now.
Yeah,
AT,
Ed knows a lot of bun bears.
I'm telling you, AT, the pickup lines we had yesterday, you got to use them.
Yep, they'll get you your Bombay ASAP.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to our hour of power. I think happy hour is upon us. And I got an old age joke for you.
No, do you?
If you lose something in an old age home, like in a retirement home, don't stop until you've searched every nook and cranny.
I heard you said you feel lonely.